Picture a fast-moving armored column rolling down a dusty road, not led by a heavy tank, but by an 8-wheeled vehicle carrying a full-size 105mm cannon. It looks lighter, faster, almost unconventional, yet it's designed to deliver the kind of firepower usually associated with main battle tanks. This is the M1128 Stryker mobile gun system, often called the MGS, a vehicle built around a bold idea: give infantry units direct, heavy fire support without slowing them down. The M1128 MGS was developed as part of the Stryker family, a lineup of wheeled armored vehicles created to bridge the gap between light infantry forces and heavy armored brigades. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, the U.S. Army wanted units that could deploy quickly anywhere in the world, fight immediately, and still pack serious punch. Traditional tanks like the M1 Abrams were incredibly powerful, but they were also heavy, logistically demanding, and slower to deploy. The answer was the Stryker Brigade Combat Team, and the M1128 became its most heavily armed member. At first glance, the M1128 doesn't look like a tank. It's based on the Stryker 8x8 chassis, meaning it runs on wheels instead of tracks. This gives it excellent road speed and reduced maintenance compared to tracked vehicles. On paved roads, the M1128 can keep up with convoys, redeploy rapidly, and cover long distances without the constant logistical support that tanks require. But what really sets it apart is the turret mounted on top, housing a 105mm M68A1E4 rifled cannon, a weapon derived from the gun used on earlier American tanks. That 105mm gun is the heart of the mobile gun system. It allows infantry units to engage fortified positions, bunkers, enemy vehicles, and strongpoints with precision and overwhelming force. In urban combat, where infantry often face enemies hiding in buildings or behind concrete walls, the M1128 can provide direct fire support that smaller caliber weapons simply can't match. High explosive rounds can collapse enemy positions, while armor-piercing rounds give the MGS the ability to engage lightly armored vehicles and older tanks if necessary. One of the most distinctive features of the M1128 is its low-profile, unmanned turret. Unlike traditional tank turrets, the crew does not sit inside the turret itself. Instead, they operate the gun from within the hull using advanced fire control systems. This design reduces the vehicle's silhouette, making it harder to spot and hit, while also improving crew protection. The autoloading system further reduces crew workload, allowing faster follow-up shots and consistent performance in combat situations. The crew typically consists of 3 soldiers, a commander, a gunner, and a driver. Each plays a critical role. The driver focuses on mobility, navigating complex terrain and urban environments. The gunner operates the main cannon and secondary weapons using stabilized sights and thermal imaging, enabling accurate fire on the move and in low visibility conditions. The commander maintains situational awareness, coordinates with infantry units, and decides when and where the MGS should deliver its firepower. Mobility is one of the M1128's biggest strengths. Being wheeled, it can reach speeds of over 60 miles per hour on roads, allowing rapid repositioning during operations. This makes it especially valuable in fast-paced combat scenarios where units need to seize objectives quickly or respond to emerging threats. Its range is also impressive, meaning it can operate for long periods without refueling, a major advantage during extended missions. Protection, however, is where the M1128 sparks the most debate. Compared to main battle tanks, its armor is lighter. The base armor protects against small arms fire and artillery fragments, but it is not designed to withstand direct hits from modern anti-tank missiles or heavy tank guns. To improve survivability, the MGS can be fitted with slat armor, designed to defeat rocket-propelled grenades by detonating them before they reach the hull. This was particularly relevant during urban operations, where RPGs are a common threat. The M1128 was not intended to replace tanks. Instead, it was meant to complement infantry, acting as a mobile, direct-fire support platform. In this role, it excels when used correctly. It can move with infantry units, respond quickly to calls for fire, and engage targets that would otherwise require air support or artillery. This reduces collateral damage and allows for more precise control of the battlefield. Combat experience revealed both the strengths and weaknesses of the mobile gun system. During deployments in Iraq, the M1128 proved valuable in urban environments, where its gun could breach walls and neutralize enemy positions. Infantry units appreciated having immediate access to heavy firepower without waiting for tanks or aircraft. At the same time, the complex autoloader and turret system faced reliability issues, and the vehicle's limited armor meant it had to be used carefully, often from covered or overwatch positions rather than on the front line. Another challenge was weight. As more armor and equipment were added to improve protection and survivability, the M1128 became heavier than originally planned. This affected its mobility in rough terrain and increased maintenance demands. Despite being wheeled, it could struggle in soft ground, mud, or steep slopes, environments where tracked vehicles traditionally perform better. Over time, these challenges led the U.S. Army to reconsider the role of the M1128. While the concept of a wheeled vehicle with a large caliber gun remained appealing, evolving threats and changing doctrine shifted priorities. Advances in anti-tank weapons, drones, and precision-guided munitions made lightly armored direct-fire platforms more vulnerable. As a result, the Army began phasing out the M1128 from active service, replacing it with other solutions better suited to modern combat. Even so, the M1128 Stryker MGS remains an important chapter in military vehicle development. It represents a bold attempt to rethink how firepower and mobility can be combined. The lessons learned from its service have influenced future designs, highlighting the importance of balancing protection, firepower, and reliability. It also demonstrated the value of giving infantry units organic heavy fire support, a concept that continues to shape military planning today. When you look at the M1128, you're not just seeing a vehicle, you're seeing an experiment in modern warfare. It's a reminder that armies are constantly adapting, testing new ideas, and learning from real-world combat. The mobile gun system may not have been perfect, but it pushed boundaries and sparked conversations about how best to support soldiers on the ground. In the end, the M1128 Stryker MGS stands as a symbol of innovation and compromise. Fast but not invincible, powerful but not a tank, it filled a unique niche during a specific moment in military history. For infantry who relied on its 105mm gun in the heat of battle, it was a reassuring presence, a mobile guardian capable of turning the tide with a single well-placed shot. And for military enthusiasts and analysts, it remains a fascinating example of how doctrine, technology, and battlefield reality collide.